Hey guys, so today I'm going to be recreating a blue smoky eye look that I did the other day. I'm going to throw a couple pictures up in a minute of what I'm going to be recreating. I'm also going to be testing out a few new products, thanks to Instacart. I'm trying out some new things. They're just drugstore, grocery store buys, but I ended up just, getting sick of saying the same few product names, so I'm going to be trying out magnetic lashes today for the first time. I'm also, my shadow's going to be the same, but I'm going to use a new mascara, new setting spray, and a different eyeliner brand that I'm used to. Of course, just sort of a summertime get ready with me recreation type video. I'm gonna speed through a good portion of the base face, like skincare stuff, just so that we can speed everything along and get to the makeup part. So thank you for tuning in, stick around, and we're gonna get to makeup in just a second. So as you saw, I started out in the bathroom and ended up in here anyway. Even with my ring light, I feel like it's sort of a struggle to find good lighting. And on top of that, this is the best spot to be with the fan and the air conditioning the way it is, because it is a hot one today. It is already, it's gearing up to be like 80, it's like 79 this morning. So I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's gonna be a hot one for us, like summertime day. I have a damp beauty blender in front of me. I'm thinking actually, I don't know, I would hate to rearrange. I think I'm gonna do that a different day. By which I mean I think I'm gonna do like a trailer, like get ready with me type thing, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm still waiting for the power cord to come in. Ended up needing one that's a little bit longer because of the distance. Well, not to bore you with too much of the details, but I just needed a different power cord. So yeah, I'm going to be using Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. The reason I was showing you my earlobes is because I was trying to make the point just really quickly about like when you're stretching, you're supposed to also be moisturizing. You basically treat your neck and your ears and as much of your, you know, shoulders and décolletage and everything else just as well as you treat your face. So that's where you do your whole self with basically bathe everything in witch hazel, which is always a good idea. I might actually put my weighted earrings in, and of course I made the cardinal sin of sitting down without my coffee, so just give me like 3 seconds. Alright, so all set up now, I think. Finally grab my coffee. I'm not sure like how I completely feel about this ring light yet, because I do like it. It's better than not having one, but as you just saw, I just had to hold it up. But that's what I get for buying things on Wish.com. So we're gonna MacGyver a little bit today, make it through. And I don't know, I like it, but it's like one of those multi-tools. Like, I'm never gonna use it as a selfie stick. Like, I'm never gonna use it as anything other than a tripod ring light. So I might just like Gorilla tape it so that there's no detachable wand. Yeah, because I can already see that's gonna be infuriating. But yeah, so if you're confused at all about why I started out, I was showing you skincare, I was showing you my vitamins that I start with. I have a multivitamin, I have a fish oil I take. I showed you I've been using Crest Whitening. I'm a lot happier with the results of that, because I think it's important to say, I think what I'm trying to say is that I think the skincare, like wellness, like beauty from the inside out, like make sure you're taking care of yourself is just as important as anything that goes onto your face. And any beauty video, I think, should start with that. So as you can see, this is my base face. I did my I did my cleansing wipes. I did my witch hazel. Witch hazel I use like twice a day for toner. It's supposed to be pore minimizing. I also use, as you saw, the Clean and Clear. I've been trying to get rid of some of my nonsensical blackheads. And I know Biore strips are not good for your skin. I haven't found something that works better, but I did hear from a professional makeup artist that they are like putting concrete on your skin. So if anybody has comments pro or against them, I would love to hear. So I just sort of learned about that, I think, too late in life, because I've been using them for a very long time. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty happy with like how healthy my skin is right now. I do have a damp beauty blender. And as you saw a minute ago, I'm just letting my skin of my ears just breathe a little bit. It's important to just let that skin heal just as much as it stretches. I do actually have some new hoop gauges coming in. These are just regular earrings that have obviously substantial weight to them. And I'm just gonna go right in. This is Wet n Wild shade. Gotta go blind. Oh, it just says nude ivory, so. And I'm just gonna start bouncing it. And if, you know, before you call me out on it, yes, I do sometimes do my eyebrows before I do the rest of my face. I know it doesn't make sense, but it just makes me feel better. Like, I have pale eyebrows. Like, my eyebrows grow in paler than even my natural hair. So it just makes me feel better to like redefine them before I put the rest of my face on. Like, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, what's the one thing you can't like leave your house without? And mine is easily brows. Like, forget mascara, forget eyeliner. Like, if I have one, 5-minute window to get ready in the morning, or 30-second window, heaven forbid, that would actually be a disaster. 30-second brow. But I'm gonna pounce this right into moisturizer. The lip gloss that you saw me put on is a Shea Balm. It's one of my remaining Mary Kay products. I like murdered. The Mary Kay makeup remover is so good. It's better than any other makeup remover I've ever experienced in my whole life. I'll be singing praises about it till the day I die. Alright, so we are fairly blended. As you can see, this is like the worst placement for sun sensitivity. I wouldn't call it like a full sunburn, but it's definitely annoying, even with all the moisturizer and all the copper tone, all the everything that I've been putting on to keep my skin safe this summer. I don't know if maybe the metallic and the eyeshadow like gripped one particular part, made it extra reflective and like shitty. Yeah, these are my tried and true. I have this Wet n Wild, I'm sure I've used before in previous videos. I have two Wet n Wilds that I usually mix together. This time I'm not going to do any mixing today, but I'm going to use, I have a Beauty Bakery flour powder that I use. It's just a setting powder, and then I have an e.l.f. yellow tone. It's like a color corrector powder. I find it personally very useful because I am so olive, like so olive, and nobody else, I can't say nobody else, some people in my family are, but not that many. So I'm actually just going to cue my powders up, and I will be, let's see, in terms of new items, and I quickly showed them before, I have it's e.l.f. Illuminating Misting Set. This is going to be my last but not least, hopefully not least. Maybelline Full and Soft Waterproof. It's not like fancy packaging or anything. Let's see what this wand looks like, because this is first time I'm Okay, standard. Obviously, summer waterproof is a must. Well, waterproof is preferred at all times, but summer in particular. I ended up getting rid of my Clinique mascara because I kept finding it was like running. Unfortunately, the 2 sample sizes that I got from Sephora, neither of those were waterproof, which was annoying. Like, fun to try. I definitely like the Kush formula. Clinique was like the blackest black mascara, so it was good for like that extra definition, but obviously if you're not waterproof, like, basically don't even bother. Ardell magnetic lashes. I purchased this separate from the box, and I'm just really intrigued by these. I want to do a thin coat of, well, maybe 2 coats. I don't know. I always do multiple coats even when I do falsies, but these are, I think they're fascinating, just without even trying to put them on. You'll see it says upper and lower. So they clip together. They basically like sandwich your natural lashes. Sandwich is not an attractive term, but you know what I mean. And this is a brand I haven't picked up before. I think it's just because of the way of the world right now. Instacart is making the best of whatever they can that's on the shelves. I have an Essence eyeliner. Also waterproof pen, just, you know, eye Sharpie. For the blue, I'm gonna use, I know you've seen me dip into this, you can see that that pan is like murdered. And so this is, I'm sorry, Revlon Photo Ready in shade 517 Eclectic. So these are like their Art Deco colors. I'm going to finish everything off with my bronzer powder. A long time ago, like, everything I hit pan on that was a bronzer, I dug out of the pan and made, like, you know, whatever you want to call my Frankenstein concoction with. It is a mix of darker, like, tan eyeshadows that were ready to go. A lot of pearlized, like, my Maybelline palette that I was hitting pan on. I basically dug all of them out and put them into a clear Tupperware, and it's basically like my own version of those marbles, the pearlization you'd see in like Physician Formula stuff. It's really the only brand I can think of, but I'm sure everybody has one. So it's, you know, a little bit frugal, a little bit practical, a little bit whatever. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do my setting powder next. Now that this has had some time to sink in, I like to give my foundation a little bit of time to just bond with my moisturizer. I know some people say that that's not necessary, they just go right in with setting, but I find, like, I also set the liquid itself. So anyway, here we go. Sorry, I know this is like, it's just hard to talk while doing mascara for anyone I've ever met. But I'm not mad at the way that this looks. I'm gonna have to, should have brought over my handhelds. I'm in such a rookie mood today to not bring over my handheld mirror. So, but even just the way that it's reading on my camera here, I'm fond of it. For anybody who is wondering, I do typically, even when I do lashes, I do coat of mascara, and then I do color, and then I do another coat of mascara, and then I put the lashes on. Everybody's got their own method. Alright, gonna do some color application, and I'm not sure, but I think I'm just gonna try and speed through that. So just quickly, obviously I'm not done. I just wanted to pop on and say, if anyone is wondering why you do extra setting powder with a smoky eye like this, it's so that you can quickly like take either a round brush or a fan brush and just flick everything off, because once you lock in your powder before you do the setting spray, obviously you pack on that setting powder and then you can just sort of sweep everything else off. I'm just going to talk through this one eye because honestly, whatever, I'm going to do the other eye off camera. I wanted to say, like, once you have a shape that you're happy with, I'm actually going in with a little bit of the bronzing powder that I told you about before. This is my big old mix here. So I'm going to do this to just like make it nice and bronzy. And then of course later I'm going to hit my cheeks with the same formula, so it just makes it like this really cohesive look. You can pat this right on top. And then I'm going to feather it out actually to the brow bone. I'm going to go in with a different brow highlight color, but this just sort of helps marry those colors. It helps eliminate any harsh lines that might be there from any other color. See? Metallic, yummy, attractive. And I wanted to just say, anybody who thinks it looks too crazy, once you throw a lash on, it's gonna really come together. I'm gonna throw this silver on. It's like a gunmetal silver. Unfortunately, yeah, no, I just double checked. These don't have eyeshadow colors, they just have numbers. So I'm gonna take this, I guess I can give you the number, it just says number 1 for some reason. We have number 1 at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the color right next to number 1. So rep 1 was on some drugs. I'm not being fancy. I just lick my pinky finger and I'm just gonna point one specific spot right above pupil. Stamping. I want it to be nice and pretty. Big bold pop on top of that tan. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. I think that's how I had everything. The only thing about when I did this eye look the other day is that I did not have eyeliner on, so it's not gonna be a complete recreation. I also didn't have lashes on, so we're gonna just take it and then make it go to 11. Alright, so I do in fact like this eyeliner pen, and I just wanted everybody to see this beautiful little shadow moment that turned me into Rudolph the Silver-Nosed Reindeer. So again, this is just it's an Essence eyeliner. was looking for a color. Whatever, black eyeliner. I'm going to fix my nose really quick and then I'm gonna apply the lashes. Alright, so I'm again gonna put on just, like I said before, a tinge more of this formula. I'll have to update you. I heard the magnetic lashes are multi-use, which I know most lashes you get more than a few wears out of, but I'm just intrigued. I think it's interesting how lash glue has just been accepted for like forever, and then somebody was like, oh, hang on, just gonna change the game. Alright, how are we looking? A little bit like Amy Winehouse. Is it the hoops, the hair turban, and the eyeliner? Doesn't matter. Amy's iconic. Not mad at it. And again, like I personally think summer is like the time for a big eye look. And lots of bronzer. As long as you're blending, as long as you're doing your best. You're looking nice. And if your eyes get fucked up, you can always throw sunglasses on, just like everybody else. Okay, so I'm a little bit anxious. I don't know why. I'm gonna put So as you can see, this is the pincer eye tweezer thing, and then this is supposed to like smush them into your eyeline or closer to your eyelid. Whatever. Smush is not the word, I'm sure, but so I'm gonna place this one. With me for just a second. We are learning together today. I know there's also ones that are, oh, are you really kidding me? Well then. I don't know, we may be doing this wrong, but trying to get it to like hug my eyeline, and then I can put the second one on. I think that's good. And then these are under. I want to like the idea of this. I just don't know how to make that first one stay in place. I may have to do this off camera just to like iron it out. Technical difficulty. You guys. These lashes, I'm sure it's just a matter of getting used to them. But considering I can put regular falsies on in my sleep, like without a curler tool, the fact that these just took like, it wasn't that long, but it was maybe like 8 minutes of readjusting, like unzipping the magnet and making sure like it reattached the right way, because I wanted to attach to like each other at the top of my lash, and you have to like wiggle it down. I don't know, it feels like a lot. And I'm still readjusting a little bit. So I just want to let you know, like, this look is mostly completed. I'm gonna have to see how things hold up throughout the day. I wish I were kidding when I told you that that was my ring light. I'm not even gonna edit that up. So we're relocating. I'm just gonna do a quick little finisher shot with my face brushes, my bronzer, and my setting powder. And we're gonna just do a quick little wrap up. I am obviously open to actual recommendations for products that work for ring lights, because I blind bought one, and well, we can see how much. So I'm going to finish it in here and take you through so you can see what things look like in natural light as well. Dust my bronzer on just a little. And again, because your eye look is warmer, you can kind of, if you want to, but I don't really do much in the way of like highlighting powder. I just do bronzer. Sheesh. There it is. Try not to give you guys motion sickness either. I don't know what that problem is. I think maybe it's fine as a ring light and the phone support just is not a thing. I think that's it. It just keeps toppling over, and it might be like a Gorilla Glue moment. So these are my bronzing spots, just cheekbones and a little bit of forehead. I'm not doing nose contour or anything else wild today. So I'm just gonna do test spreads to see. Yep. At least you're working. The upstairs hallway window. And actual factual outdoor lighting. My front step. This is my tomato plant that I still have hopes for. Hasn't died yet. Okay guys, that is my completed look today. I thank you for being on this rough journey with me. Makeup is sort of a happy place for me, and I haven't been doing much of it because, like the rest of the world should be, you know, haven't been going many places. I've seen like 5 people this whole quarantine maybe, and most of them from a social distance. We had a social distancing gathering, like picnic blankets outside the other day, and even that I was still incredibly nervous about. Yeah, but I don't know, now that I look like a bad bitch, makes me feel a little bit better. For some reason it really just does. Makeup makes my day better, so